Alright, welcome to another part of my World Cup preview series. We're in Group C now. We're going to talk about the US. And the USA is, of course, in the group with England, Algeria, and Slovenia, which is quite a good draw. I mean, England is a good team, but yeah, Algeria and Slovenia, are usually not teams you would expect to reach the second round. So a good draw for the USA. Let's see how they're going to be doing. USA qualified from CONCACAF zone quite comfortably as usual. Um, yeah, won most of their games and won the actual final group they were in ahead of Mexico and Honduras. So yeah, basically USA of course had a great World Cup 2002 when they reached the quarterfinals and gave Germany a run for their money. In 2006 was slightly disappointing, going out in the first round. But they were in a tough group back then, with in the same group with Italy, Czech Republic, and Ghana. And Italy, of course, went through and actually won the entire tournament. And Ghana was a surprise in the first round, they're going through as well. Quite disappointing, I think, considering the 2002 World Cup. But US has grown leaps and bounds since the 1990s when they were, not really the best team out there. And they only managed to reach the second round in 1994, unfortunately. Then they were the hosts. But they're a good team, and they showed it last year in the Confederations Cup when they reached the final and led Brazil 2-0 and defeated Spain. So this is an excellent performance, although we do have to point out that nobody actually cares about the Confederations Cup. It's basically the tournament are a bunch of friendly matches. I mean, it's nobody in Europe at least cares about it at all. It's just something FIFA invented to make a little extra money, but other than that, nobody cares. So I don't think they'll be able to repeat such a performance on the World Cup stage when everybody really comes in full force. So yeah, but we'll see. Let's look at the team. Of course, USA has been known for having excellent goalkeepers in the past. Brad Friedel. Now they have Tim Howard as their main man at the back, goalkeeper, formerly of Manchester United, now of Everton. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. He's a good player. And at the back, they have Carlos Bocanegra. He's also the captain usually. He's the main man there, along with Oguchi Onyewu, the guy who did well at Standard Liège and now went to Milan, but actually was injured the whole past year. But he's physically very strong. He's a big, strong guy, and yeah, I actually heard he promised Milan to play for free for them for a year to pay them back for the fact that he was under contract and got paid for the past year, even though he was injured the whole time. That's quite a nice thing to do. I think the only other guy I remember doing that one time was Redondo, who was also injured, the Argentinian midfielder, who was also injured for a full year, and then he wouldn't accept any salary for that year because he hadn't done anything. So yeah, apparently that's what he's doing. I don't know if it's actually gonna go through, but we'll see. Those are the two main guys, Bocanegra and Onyewu. The rest, Spector, Girondolo, Bornstein, yeah, decent players, I guess, to have in your team. Yeah, well, when you look at the midfield, I think most strikingly is Landon Donovan, who had a spell on loan with Everton. He's now officially again with LA Galaxy. He's quite a talented player, but he has failed in Europe before. When he was younger, he was in Germany, but he did reasonably well at Everton. He's 28 now, of course, he's matured. But he's a good dribbler, and he's fast, and he can score a goal. He's a good attacking midfielder or second striker. Then we also have Clint Dempsey, who played well for Fulham in the Premier League and also the Europa League, in which Fulham reached the final. Good player. Then we've got Michael Bradley, who I think is quite talented as well. Plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Yeah, really a box-to-box midfielder. Great running ability. Works very hard, and has the potential to get better. I think actually, interesting enough, his coach, I mean the coach is his dad, Bob Bradley. He's the national coach at the moment, Michael Bradley's dad. But I'm pretty sure he would be in the team even if his dad wasn't the coach. So yeah, and then you've got guys like DeMarcus Beasley, who I'm not a huge fan of, who plays at Rangers and he has a teammate at Rangers, Maurice Edu, who also, yeah, is a talented midfielder, still pretty young. And then there's Jose Francisco Torres, who plays in Mexico. Don't really know him too well, so I'll refrain from judging on him. But yeah, all in all, they look like they have a decent midfielders between some hard-working players on the one hand and some more skillful players going forward. Then up front, they got Edson Bundle, who scored 2 excellent goals against Australia in a recent friendly. I never heard of the guy. I thought he was a young talent, but already he's in fact he's already 29. So, but he's in the team along with Hercules Gomez, who scored a few goals in friendlies recently as well. And then I think the main guy is Josie Altidore, plays for Villarreal. He's still young. He's only 20 years old. And he's a talented striker, so he's probably going to be a starter. You know, you look at the team, you say, well, you know, they're a decent team. You know, some guys still play in the MLS, few guys play in Mexico, some guys play in England, Scotland, Germany. Okay, fair enough, but they're not a world-class team. But I think what makes the U.S. excellent is that they have great team spirit. They really go for it. They give it all they've got, and they know how to peak at tournaments as well. You look at this team, you say, well, okay, they may be better than Algeria and Slovenia, but other than that, they're not really a great team, but they manage to step it up a level when it comes to these big tournaments, and yeah, really go for it. And I think they could be dangerous, but I think that they're gonna pass the first group. But I mean, second round, I think they'll get. But beyond that, I'm not so sure. I mean, they're not that good. I mean, yes, they led Brazil to no Confederations Cup, and yes, they beat Spain. But like we said, that was at the end of a long season for those guys, and it was basically considered a friendly tournament. You know, not a huge deal. So I have my doubts on whether they'll be able to repeat that. But I give them a final prediction how they're going to do in the final prediction video for this group and the prediction video for the knockout phase, which I'll do later. But anyway, that's my analysis so far of the USA. Next up is Algeria. Alright, thank you.